Okay, next day. I've got a cameraman. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
And next job is, where are we? I've lost my place. Remove the big end caps and withdraw the connecting rod and piston assembly through the top.
I should take the oil pump off first.
Oh yeah, I've got to take this off. Yes, so remove the oil pump, yeah. Correct, take the oil pump off. So what do we want there? Some real weird sizes of nuts and bolts on it.
Looks like an 8mm to me.
No, that's a
Maybe
9.
10.
That's too big, too small.
Might be a 10.
It won't be that.
8mm bolt.
That's 11. No, let's try 10.
It's the one you haven't got, isn't it?
Always the way.
What's this, Jim?
What have you got there?
No.
What's that?
It'll be a 10.
Here's a 10.
10mm.
I'll do 2 at a time.
And I'm losing
10,
it.
that doesn't fit.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, good.
Using the wrong end.
Let's find the socket. Just pull it. Let's stop it. Is it supported over there as well? Okay. Okay, what do we want there? 13, you reckon?
Looks like it.
That doesn't quite.
Okay.
Right, after you remove the tab, they come out a bit easier.
Jeez, they don't look like the original bolts to me. Anyway.
I'm not convinced this bottom end has been apart before. That's tight actually. Wind it back in. Very coarse thread on there, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't look right. Perhaps they recut them. Wouldn't expect it to be that colour, would you?
No. That's tight, it's tight in there. Why is that so clean?
That's what I'm saying, it doesn't look right.
I know, it's so oily.
That's a different material.
getting very tight.
Well, if it snaps, it snaps it. You just have to warm it and put a stud extractor on it.
I won't snap it.
Famous last
No.
words, eh? Yeah. You work hard, mate.
I take great care not to snap anything.
Yeah, right.
It's got to be near that now, isn't it? That's easier now.
See, that's a different type of bolt, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what is this? No, I'm not sure it is. That's just, I've put a load of oil down it.
Oh, it just looks different. Oh. It's connected to the Dizzy drive, I expect. There's not a nut on the top, is there?
Well, it's very loose if there is.
Well, no, but it might be able to play the shaft, but it goes down and the Dizzy sits on top of it.
Just put it, press it up now. There we are. I just needed a slight tap to knock it out of the bush. Just the merest hint of a tap. Oop. I'm going to weed. I don't know if you can get these little discs.
You can make them. It's only a bit of flat, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably just a washing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's play guess the size.
I'm going to say 15 or 15 mil.
No,
Just to be awkward.
14, there you go.
You think so? Right. Good old 9/16.
Getting used to it now. I think I might need a bit. I haven't got a bigger socket. What have I got? Hold on a minute.
And you got a torque wrench.
I've got this. I haven't got a 14 in a 1/2 inch drying.
Half over the back there by the mallet. Make sure you mark them.
Yeah.
Because they look like they're pretty symmetrical.
You would think they would be marked, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I meant that so you don't twist the cap.
Look at the cap.
Yeah. I'm not about the piston, I'm about the cap. So it goes back on the same way on the...
Well, not quite the shape I thought they were.
It's like Indiana Jones, isn't it? Bit of pickup, but not a lot. Looks pretty meaty, doesn't
That
it?
looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, are they marked? So that's mark number 4.
Yeah, I'm not on about that. What I'm on about is, so you don't do that.
Yeah.
When you go back on.
Yeah. But why would that be mark number 4?
Well, perhaps they go 1, 2, 3, 4 from the other end. Or they've put the wrong piston in. If this is the front, you sure the French or whatever like this, number 1?
That's magnetic.
Yeah.
Is it?
Shouldn't be. It's cast, isn't it?
No, it feels it. Anyway, right, stop it there, Mark. So we're not quite sure if this is number 1 at the front and number 1 at the back. I'm going with number 1 at the front. I've dotted that with 1 punch. And I've dotted the conrod with 1 punch.
You're better off with it upright if you're going to take it out.
Do you think so, not down?
Yeah, well, I mean the piston conrod upright, level. Yeah, not on the angle.
Yeah.
If you can, now.
I'm stuck now. There we go.
It's like giving birth, isn't it? I would imagine. You coming?
Yeah. All the rings are loose, that's good.
Now, what was it at the top of the piston marked with the size? You can't see.
Okay. Where are my dots? There we go.
The other thing to remember is the dots with this side.
Yeah.
Against the breather.
Oh, never looked at that bearing, did we? Just caught it, look.
Yeah, once replacing.
Just through to the copper there. Okay, I don't think we need to film all the others. So we've taken out these first 3. This one was labelled up as 4, then 2, then 3.
This is number 6.
So we're guessing that this one is going to have a number 1 written on it. So the question is, do you put them back as they are now, or as they should be?
I would put them back in as they should be.
Number 1.
Because you're going to renew the rings, presumably. Check the bores. So.
Well, that's seen somewhere, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay.
Well, it's on the gearbox end, isn't it? So it probably gets a bit more thrust.
So I've marked all these up. Of course, they're all different now. That is magnetic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not.
You imagine it. It's just the oil and the friction, ain't it?
Yeah. And there's some numbers written on these which will tell us something in a minute.
Yeah, but the size of the bore. And whether they're oversized or not, isn't it?
Let's have a look at this one while we go at the part.
We got one there. Yeah.
39080. Remember that?
39080.
Yeah. Okay, good. I think this book is written for the Australian market. So it's in inches. But I think the Aronde spec is in millimeters. So these are the measurements, no, these here. These are the measurements for the 1300 crankshaft journals. So I've converted these to millimeters. The front two are the same and the back one is different for some reason. That's the journals. Okay.
They are the big ends, they're not the main bearings.
These are the main bearing journals.
Okay, well that's not what you're looking at.
So we need to look at the
big ends.
The big end journals now. So I'm going to convert these to millimeters or markers. Right, okay. So I've borrowed this off a friend of mine. Measures 25 to 50 mil, which is why I've converted that to millimeters. And if we want to be really clever, we can calibrate this from these blocks. But, these were calibrated in 1988, so a little bit out of date. But we do have to wait till it's 20 degrees in here to get this right.
Next August?
Yeah, we'll just hang on for that. So I'm going to measure these while it's in here. So I'm going to measure these.
So you're not going to use it just to check it? I know it says 20 degrees. It won't make the slightest bit of difference for what you're doing. Just put put a 25 mil in there, or 1 inch.
So we're going to measure these first.
Go on, you're not calibrated?
I calibrated it last night.
Okay.
So
that's number 4, not number 1. Anyway, cool.
This is number 1.
It is, but it's marked up as number 4.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I'll be sarcastic.
Right, okay. You confused me then.
Fucking not hard, is it?
No.
You lock it off when you got it, if you're happy.
Doesn't seem to lock off. Okay, what have we got there then? We've got 2.
You got 1 inch. Where are you? It's imperial, this, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's metric. So that's 15. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19. So you got 25 plus 19, 20. So you got 45 mil.
How many?
45.
What did the book say? So we set to 44 millimeters. That's bang on, that is. So we got 1.8 mil there, and we're allowed
1 mil.
We're allowed 1.17.
So you need a bit of an extra thrust washer, oversize.
1.9 we've got there, haven't we? Write that down. Okay. So I'll have to figure out what size of thrust washers I need. I think you can get them in 2 or 3 different sizes. What size are those? 15 mil.
Could be, could even be 16s.
Not 15.
Yes, 16s. That's a 17.
Okay. Find a big socket. They're tight they are. $17 mil. Do the longer bar here.
You got your torque wrench up there.
Yeah. I need the exercise.
Should have had your porridge for breakfast.
I can't do it. Try that.
As you can see, nice tidy workshop.
Not supposed to look at that.
It slipped, honest.
Oh, let's whip them all out, shall we?
You sure you got the strength?
I have no. Wonder what these are marked at.
Perhaps a 5, 6, 7.
Oh, we've got some numbers on there.
It'll be a casting number, I suppose.
What went down there? Was that oil?
That's your oil pump, yeah, connection. So it looks like a filter or something.
We've got a tubular.
There's probably another
circuit
filter
in
in there. Yeah.
Should we mark these, do you think?
I'll take one off first and have a look. I normally put some long nose pliers down like that. You got it?
Oh, I think I'll take this plate off first. I haven't been reading the book, have I? But
It's probably welded on.
okay, let's see what we've got. So taking these plates off. This one off the front, this aluminium plate. Held on with 2 screws. And the rear seal.
You could reuse that, couldn't you? Looks good enough.
They don't look bad actually, do they? Okay. I've stamped these up as well. I've put some dots on the ends. They're on the bench now, by the way, obviously. Okay. Not a lot of wear there, is there? A little tiny little score there, but not much. Okay.
Where's the thrust?
The thrust is down here somewhere, I think.
Oh, there it is. There. The back there. You can just see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is a cradle I made for the last something I did.
Unfortunately, we were a couple of cylinders short.
It's a bit wrong, isn't it? About a foot too long. Okay. We'll just shorten that. Right, let's do a bit of measuring, shall we? So where's the bush? So we're looking for crankshaft main bearings. I'm not sure that's right. 27.74 to 27.1. That doesn't make sense, does it?
Yeah, we can recheck it, but that's what 1092 comes out to.
Okay, well, let's measure them and see what we got. Is this locked?
They look about the same size. $44.
Is it? Is that 44?
Yep.
So we've got 44.9 here, and that's a tight fit there. Oh, wrong one. Try this one, shall we?
Good job, you know what you're doing, innit?
Yeah. That would go up a little bit. Not that much there. So what's that? That's
44.859. 44.8, just under.
That one's bigger. Slidey fit, but bigger.
Yeah, so you're there or thereabouts.
So check those for
Ovality.
check them for ovality. This dropped out, so I need to check which way around that goes.
See here. There's the other half.
Ah,
Have a look at it.
there's two.
There's usually two. It's usually a top and a bottom.
So it grooves towards the crank.
Yeah, as I said, usually.
But we better check that because
Yeah.
there's stuff that's wrong on this,
Yeah.
isn't there?
Generally speaking, on a Triumph, it grooves to the crank.
Grooves to the crank. And there's one on each side. Or
No, just two, one top and bottom.
Is there?
It sits in there, yeah, on the top front there, on that face.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's have a look at the bearings and the bottom bearings. There's not masses of wear on those, is there?
No, but replace them
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
Otherwise you might lose oil pressure.
Yeah, sounds good news, doesn't it? So what do I need? I need mains and big ends.
Yeah.
Just for fun, I'm going to weigh the whole assembly. Can I do that? That's number 4. 1.01. I'm having trouble with numbers today.
It's called age.
Yeah.
That's another number.
Oh, that one says number 4. Yeah.
You're looking at the dots, aren't you? Or you're looking at the numbers?
Oh, it says number 4 as well.
Oh, well, they've put number 4 and a 4 in, haven't they? You said it was number 1, the other one.
What did we say it was? That was number 1.
Yeah, but you said the O on that end was number 1.
Yeah. That says number 4.
Number 1? No?
That says 4.
Perhaps it's a V8.
We've got
4 on either side.
We've got 2 number 4s.
That's why then, because they've obviously had in the factory. That's why there's a 4 in the 1. They've either picked the wrong one or couldn't be bothered. I won't say that's the French for you. You'll have to edit that out if you're going to show this on a French.
Yeah. So what bloody hell we call this one then? This is number...
Well, you do your dots. Go on your dots.
We'll call that number 4.
Yeah.
So we'll change that one up there. 1.018. Hey, look at that. How close that is. What should we call this one? Number 2. Oh.
Good job. It's a racing engine and they're all balanced, isn't it?
This car is going to fly.
Fly. Yeah, it's going to fly as if it falls off a fucking cliff. But yeah.
Oh, almost a full house.
This is where you find it should only be 900. Yeah.
Let's have a look down here.
Best of luck getting that out.
Yeah.
You want a little hook,
There
do you?
you go.
There you go.
Bloody hell. That's got some swarf in there.
Probably out your pump.
So that's done its job, hasn't it? There's definitely some gritty bits in there. Yeah, okay.
Can we leave it out?
Yeah, does that come out
Clean
as
it.
well?
It probably would do, but I bet it's pressed in.
Yeah.
And you've got I presume that's your pressure adjuster there, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that can go in the ultrasonic when we get there. Is there a top and a bottom? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll take these out. And drop them. That's it. We'll just take that out.
You leave that one in, are you?
Yeah. We've got to figure out.
You're supposed to push them down, aren't you?
We've got to figure out those, haven't we?
Yeah. Just give him a gentle tap on the little lug, little small screw, and that's it.
I don't want to come out of this. Should we try and figure these out while we're on? So I just took this plate off. Where did it go? Somewhere there. And we got all
Slight
this
cooling issue.
chewing gum. So I think it was due for a rebuild. I'll bring you back when I've cleaned it out. Well, the block's scrubbed, washed, and I've blanked it off with some tape and filled it with some vinegar. And it does seem to be doing something. It's certainly going frothy, and I'm sure that's taking it off. So I shall leave that maybe overnight, see what happens. But I think that's working quite well. But we'll see. Right, so now I'm going to try and clean these up. What's going on here? So now I'm going to have a go at cleaning these up. They're not too bad. Bit of old petrol. Picked up, are they?